The students in this talented and gifted class are completing a HyperStudio project about role models. The students are researching information on the internet about the person they have chosen as their role model. Some students are writing down the information they find on note cards.
It would almost help if we could print this out, wouldn't it? Is it harder to take notes from the computer, or is it easier for you?
Yes, if it was printed, you could just get it right off the page.
Uh-huh.
Um,
That looking back and forth sometimes is hard.
The students must also determine if the websites they have selected contain accurate information.
Go up just a little bit. It said something here about this site was created by...
Juan Haas and Sarah Haas.
That sounds like two people. Please email us and let us know what you think about our site. Now, from what research you've done so far on John Stockton, well, you haven't looked at this yet. Why don't you take a look at it and see if you think it's a pretty accurate website based on what you've already read.
This is a good picture.
That's a good picture. You like that one, don't you?
The teacher asks the students to imagine what their person is doing right now. They visualize the person's characteristics as well as their interests.
I think most of you have done quite a bit of research on your role model. Are you starting to get a feeling about who they are and what they are like? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'd like to help you synthesize or pull together everything that you've been reading and learning about by doing a little imagery exercise. So just lean back in your chair, relax. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Okay. Now, don't go to sleep on me though. Thinking about what you've read and what you've learned about so far, I would like you to imagine that you are that person. Okay, don't look at your neighbor because that might not help you think about what you need to think about. I would like you to think that you are them right now. What are they doing? It's Friday morning about 9:30. Who are the people that are around them? What kinds of things would they like to get done today? What are their goals for May, the month of May? What do they want to get accomplished? It's the weekend starting. What are they going to do this weekend for fun? Okay. You can open your eyes now. Did that help you get a little bit into that person's skin?
Yeah.
Thinking a little bit about them?
The teacher has the students review Bloom's taxonomy, and they discuss what types of questions they should use for their interview.
Now, when you go to write your interview questions for your project, where would you like your interview questions to come from? The bottom levels or the upper levels? Jonathan? The upper levels. Why?
Because those are higher thinking levels.
You put your hand down. Those are what?
Those are higher thinking levels.
Okay. They're higher level thinking. And what kind of questions would we call questions from the bottom part of Bloom's taxonomy? Kelsey? Convergent. All right. And what does convergent mean? What does convergent mean? Ashley?
Small.
Not small, but
Have one answer.
they do have one answer. They come to a point. They converge into one answer. For example, what is your address? What is your name? Things like that. Now that's these three levels. Now the upper three levels that you talked about that are higher level thinking, what kinds of questions would come from those higher levels? Tucker?
It's divergent.
Divergent. Di meaning splits, apart. Could have lots of different ways to.
There's more answers to. There's not just one answer. There can be lots of different answers.
Okay, very good.
The students have scanned a picture for their HyperStudio card. The teacher assists them on how and where to save it on the computer.
Okay, do you like that, Kelsey? All right, go up to File.
Does it exit?
No, we don't want to lose that. File and Save As.
Tara?
Tara.
That's tick before.
And I think we'll save it, let's see. We'll save it as a Macintosh picture. And you'd notice up here, it says desktop. that means it'll come up here, and that's where we want to save it to. So go ahead and click on Save.
The students are adding a border around the picture of Britney Spears. To the left of her picture are questions for Britney, and the student's name is at the bottom.
All right, do you like that picture?
Yes, I do.
All right, we will click outside of it then. Now, I'll tell you one thing that you could do if you wanted to fancy this up. Would you like to put a border around her picture?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Something that would highlight or bring out the picture. It's mostly dark colors, so you might want a nice border that can brighten it up.
Green? I can put green or yellow. Yellow. Or orange.
Try them either one and then make your choice. That's one thing nice about HyperStudio. Now, what do you need to do though first? You can do options, line color, or line size.
And then she has to pick what border she wants. And then pick, let's see.
And say okay, you've got to tell it okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now your line will be kind of thick, so you want to move a little bit out. Try it like that, and you can always undo it and try it again.